What's going on, everybody? My name is Terrence. This is T's American Dream. Yo, I have learned so much these past 2 years. So much. All right, but let me back up though. So, one thing about me is that I have a very short term goal of getting a house, right? So, I'm trying to buy a house. I want to buy a house within the next, ideally, about 3 years, right? Kind of about 3 years. That's kind of like the timeline that I'm looking at. Um, but a couple of years ago, before I started on this journey, like I was just lost in the dark, bro. Like I ain't know nothing about getting ready for home ownership. I ain't know how much you had to have down payment. I ain't know what your credit had to look like. I ain't know this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of, I've been a perpetual renter since I was like in my early 20s. You know what I'm saying? So all I know was that I wanted to buy a house and I didn't know what to do after that, right? You talk to people and they're like, "Oh yeah, you got to get the seven, blah 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 blah," right? Y'all know what I'm talking about already. I don't need to go over that. Y'all already probably been there, right? That's probably how you got to this channel in the first place. You feel me? But one thing about me though is that I'm a kinesthetic learner. Like I actually learned how to do stuff by actually doing it, right? So I went undercover, man. I had got a job as an MLO. I was originating mortgages and stuff like that, and I've learned so much, so so much. So I'm gonna teach y'all basically what I learned. So then you guys can go ahead and prepare yourself for home ownership as well if that's something that's interesting to you. Just going to really kind of give y'all the game, right? The ins and outs of everything. Um, Again, like what I learned, and I like to break stuff down in like ways that's easy to understand, right? I'm explaining to you the same way I'm explaining it to like my homie right over here or like the bro or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be like real straightforward to it, you know what I'm saying, in a way that you can understand. I'm not going to be giving you some complex formulas or a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff to think about. I'm just going to give you what I've taken out of it and how I rationalize it in my head, and hopefully it can help you guys with the same thing, right? Um, but I have a dilemma though. I have a dilemma. I know all of this stuff now about how to qualify for a mortgage, how to get ready for home ownership. The problem is, though, the problem is, I don't know where I want to buy a house at. I don't know where I look, because I'm born and raised in California. You feel me? I've been out here 30 plus years, right? 33 of my 35 years I've been out here. You feel me? And just like anywhere else, you know what I'm saying? You could travel anywhere. So you could travel to the best places in the world, right? And you're going to have your people that's been there their whole life. And they were like, bro, like, I can't wait to get out of here. You feel me? Like, I remember when I was when I was in school in Atlanta, right? I was out there, and I'm like, bro, like, Atlanta is so dope. Boom, bap, boom. I love it out here, et cetera, et cetera. And people who actually live there, they like, bro, I'm tired of Atlanta, bro. I'm trying to get up out of here. You feel me? And it don't matter where you go. Like you're always gonna come across people like that. I was in New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, it's dope out here. I was in New York, bro, it's dope out here. People out there, they like, bro, I'm trying to get up out of here. You feel me? And it ain't got nothing to do with like the actual place. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I guess you get tired of a place after a while, right? You see the ins and outs of everything. And that's kind of like where I'm at with California, right? I'm like legit tired of California. Everything about California is just really starting to irk my nerves, bro. Like gas was like $4 and like 15 or 25 cents the other day. Not the gas that I go to, but I seen gas that's like $4.15 the other day. And I'm like, bro, why? I'm literally just in New Orleans last week, and I seen a gas station that had like $1.87 gas. And I'm like, bro, it don't make no sense for gas to be this expensive out here in California, right? So that's just like one of the things that kind of just irk me. It's just like, bro, it is unnecessarily costly out here. You know what I'm saying? We just wasting money for no reason. It's no reason. It's the same gas that they had out there in New Orleans that we got out here, but for whatever reason, ours is twice as much. Another thing about New Orleans, man, I was out there. We went to Popeyes, right? Popeyes down there on right there on Canal Street or whatever. It was packed in there. But the thing that blew my mind, we got 2 meals. Came out to like $20 and some change. Out here in California, that same thing will probably hit you for about $40, right? I'm like, bro, like that's why I don't go to Popeyes out here in California. You know what? I'm getting off. My bad. I'm getting off topic. My bad. Let me focus. Let me focus. That's gonna be a story for another day. That's gonna be a story time video, right? But anyways, it's just expensive out here in California. And like you earn enough money out here, right? So, but it just gets to the point where it's like, why do I want to continue paying this, right? Like there's states in the United States where like you don't even got to pay income taxes, right? You know what I'm saying? But like they up here taxing the mess out of us, right? And they ain't even using the money to like solve anything. It's just a big old scheme. It's a big old racket scheme out here, right? So I say all that to say I am trying to get up out of California, and I want to be someplace where I'm gonna be happy. I want to be someplace that makes sense, someplace that aligns with my values. And California just ain't it, bro. It ain't it. It ain't it. So the problem that I had was that I alluded to it earlier is that although I want to get out of California, I have no idea where the heck I want to go. You know what I'm saying? Do I want to go to Florida? Do I want to go to Texas? Do I want to go to New Orleans? Do I want to go to New York? Do I want to go somewhere random like I don't know, Idaho, right? I don't know. It might be lit in Idaho. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's why I'm traveling, right? So I'm trying to see what all these places really like, like on a day-to-day basis, what kind of entertainment they got, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it though is that I don't like to spend money. I don't. I'm like Scrooge McDuck. Like I don't like to spend money. I don't like to overspend on stuff. I don't like to feel like I'm getting played. Like, nah, bro. I am going to figure out the way to do this and to do this spending as little bit of my own money as humanly possible, right? But still, traveling with quality in class, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So, all this traveling that I did the past like 2 months, I went to like 6 different cities. Uh, I spent maybe like in total, maybe like a little under 200 bucks. A little under 200 bucks. Everything else was all credit card points and miles, right? So, I'm explaining to you guys all of that, what I learned about that because it's not just like a one time thing. Like, the way that I've learned the strategy is like, bro, like you can do this year in and year out. Every 2 years, whatever. You could really like be racking up these credit card points and things like that without going into debt, and doing it in a way where you can start just living your life. You feel me? Just getting out of your area, seeing what's out there, taking your yearly vacation, right? Because if you like me, your job, they be like, yeah, man, so y'all can either take these 2 weeks or you could get paid for these 2 weeks, right? And I usually always take the money, right? But now I'm to the point where I'm like, bruh, nah, give me my 2 weeks, bro. I need to go see what's out of California. You feel me? All right, so I'm explaining everything that I've been learning, again, like I said, about the home ownership process, how to prepare for it, what the mortgage issuers are looking for, right? How to make sure that you're not only able to qualify for a mortgage, but that you're actually prepared for home ownership, right? Because that's one thing too, man. It's like, well, like you could do everything and look good on paper, but if you don't got the habits established to maintain your home, you know what I'm saying, then you really kind of setting yourself up for failure, right? And nobody wants to be on a foreclosure list. You feel me? So I'm gonna be going through all this type of stuff, bro. Showing you guys how to, travel for the cheap. Excuse me, how to travel for the cheap. Um, what kind of credit cards I've been using just to kind of, what I'm saying, make sure I'm able to travel and take advantage of all of the benefits that they have, while trying to keep my annual fees as low as possible, reducing duplication and things like that, right? Um, all I ask is that, hey, yo, y'all just follow along. Y'all like the channel, like the content. You feel me? Leave comments, engage in the conversation, share your experiences, share, the video to your friends and family, people who may benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? And let's just keep this engaged, right? I'm probably not going to be selling y'all nothing, you know what I'm saying? Probably but my app, but I probably won't be like selling y'all stuff though, but I will be recommending stuff. And the only reason why I'm recommending this stuff is because this is the stuff that I actually use that is actually useful towards the end goal, right? So if I feel like that I get enough value out of it and I think that y'all can get enough value out of it, then I'm gonna send you guys, a referral. You know what I'm saying? All I ask is that if you do try out whatever I recommend, just use the link that I use, right? Because these are referral links. So instead of me asking you guys to pay me for various stuff, just try out the product or whatever. And what I'm saying, usually you'll get some extra money out of it. They'll give me a little kickback out of it, and that's kind of like how referral links and stuff work, right? But my thing is that I'm not even doing it for the money. I'm just trying to just put y'all up on game on the stuff that I'm using in order to get to this end goal. You know what I'm saying? And hey, I think it'll be useful for you, right? So with all that said, man, this is just an introduction video. I don't want this mug to be too long, but I am going to be explaining, in detail a lot of these different topics that, probably you wish that you would have learned in high school. You know what I'm saying? So again, my name is Terrence. This is T's American Dream. Like, comment, subscribe. Usually all the videos that I'm going to be doing, they're going to have a corresponding blog article to go along with it as well. So yeah, man, just follow along, man. Sorry for the camera angle, bro. Like, I'm still trying to get used to this stuff. This is my first video and everything. But, yo, later on, I'm pretty sure it's going to get a lot better. I can't promise it. But the content is still going to be worth it, though. All right? So, with all that said, I'll catch you on the next video. And until then, peace.